All right, so I just got out of Terrifier 3. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so I am going to keep this fairly short. A full review will be coming much later, but whew, everybody knows when we're looking at Terrifier movies, we're going for the gore. We're going for just the extreme violence, and this one serves that up just nonstop. It's not to the what do I want to say? How do I want to say it? It's not to the degree, I guess, that you get kind of numb from it, because there's enough breaks in this where you can reset almost. And so the violence becomes shocking, but fun. The special effects, the practical effects, the makeup, the gore, just everything like that is chef's kiss. Just wonderful. Art is insanely funny in this. Again, I mean, you know, he's played up with those little mannerisms and the mimicry and just the miming almost. This time, though, he's leaning fully into it. And there are multiple times laugh out loud funny because of things he does. And then we've got Lauren Levera. Oh my gosh. Our final girl from number 2. The favorite part, really, of number 2 is her story and how that final act where we just get that showdown between her and Art and the beatdown that happens. Here, the Lauren S. Sienna is just killing it. I mean, she's spectacular. We get even more backstory. We get even more lore into who she is, why she has this sword, what that sword is, all of these types of things that just give us a really good grasp of where this story is going. I think this is probably the strongest of the 3 movies because it's really now capturing an arc and it's going forward with this point in mind. We've had, you know, number 1, it was fun. Tearing people up, cutting them in half, all that stuff. Number 2, we began to get the focus of that, and we got to have somebody that we really, really root for. And number 3, the stakes are huge. And we, again, just like in the other ones, everybody's not off limits. Nobody's off limits. That's a better way to say that, right? This is crazy. There are several times where you're like, gross. I heard this thing about people leaving, getting sick. I didn't feel that way, but there are definitely moments where you're like, oh, that is just nasty. And it's done so well. You know, this is probably my favorite one out of the 3. I really just all the performances, almost all the performances really good. Still engaging, you know, a lot of fun. Great. If you're into the movies, then you're going to really enjoy this one, especially because the lore takes hold and we get so much more background and story in this. If you're not a fan of these movies, why the heck are you even watching this, right? So anyway, full review will be coming later, but Terrifier 3, if you've got your tickets or you're on that fence of, should I get my tickets? Yes, get them. If you enjoyed the other 2 movies,